Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Abil Mujarradi. I'm the director of Youth Sacramento. This Ramadan, we have a very special video series for you. The theme we will be following is the 10 who are given glad tidings of paradise. Inshallah, we'll be producing a video every 3 days of the month of Ramadan, in which one of our own youth members will be sharing with us some information on each of the companions, and how we can benefit from them. I pray that inshallah we benefit from this series, and to everyone, Ramadan Kareem. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today I'll be talking about Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anhu. What kind of man was he? He was a man that was truthful, that was honest, and quiet and sincere. And since his childhood, he was the friend of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Even before embracing Islam, Abu Bakr Siddiq actually never drank, and nor was he ever ignorant, because he was always, like I said, a truthful and honest man. His main profession was being a merchant, and he would always go with the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and have him accompany him on his trade missions. And because of his honesty, people actually trusted him. It wasn't that he lied to them to sell his merchandise, or he would fake them into believing that what he had was the best. But he would be honest and truthful about everything he had. His nobility and his truthfulness actually made him a successful merchant. These were actually the qualities that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bestowed on him and gave him as a friend of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The thing is, before Islam, when Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam received the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Abu Bakr Siddiq wasn't in town. He was out of Mecca, and he had gone on a business trip to Yemen. And when he came back from Yemen, some of his friends came towards him laughing and said, "Oh, Abu Bakr, look, there's your friends. They're your friend Prophet Muhammad. He thinks he's the messenger of God, and that, you know, in one night he went up to Allah to God and got the revelation." And throughout this whole time, they're just laughing. But Abu Bakr Siddiq, one thing about him is, even in this situation, he said, and he believed it. He was like, then he did. And so then what he did is he went, after hearing this, he went to Prophet Muhammad. And Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam at this time told him about what happened to him on Mount Hira, and how he received the revelation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that Angel Jibreel came down to him and spoke to him, gave him the revelation. And Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anhu, subhanallah, believed him right away. He said, "Make me one of your people of your religion." And he did. He accepted Islam there. Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anhu was actually one of the closest companions to the Prophet. And he knew him better than any other man before Islam and even after when Islam came. So after Islam came into the picture, Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anhu, he was rich, he was wealthy. He was one of the most successful merchants that were to live during the time. And people from the tribe that he belonged to were wondering how such a successful and rich man like him would come to the religion of Islam. And they would question themselves, like, why would you go to that religion? And what would Abu Bakr Siddiq say? He would say that it's the truth. That's why he was given the name Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, the truthful one. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, after he told the people the religion and wanted people to accept it, people would stop, they would either follow him or they would not. Abu Bakr Siddiq, every time he would make sure that he was there on the right side, right-hand man of the Prophet, to help him throughout all of his preaching and everything. Abu Bakr Siddiq was actually willing to sacrifice his life for Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He would do anything for him. He would make sure that no harm came to the Prophet's life, that before anything happened to him, he would allow it to happen to himself. Another really great quality from Abu Bakr Siddiq is that we all knew he had money, but what he did with his money was very important. He actually, there were slaves that were being held, Muslim slaves during the time. And they weren't Muslim, but they converted to Islam because of Abu Bakr Siddiq. And how they did that was because Abu Bakr Siddiq noticed qualities in them, and he paid to save them, to free them. And they, of course, saw the quality that Abu Bakr Siddiq had, and they brought him to Islam. So, another thing that Abu Bakr Siddiq did was, since we are talking about the 10 companions of the Promised Paradise, 6 of the Promised Paradise were brought to Islam by Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anhu. And he was the one that carried them and taught them to follow Islam, just as the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught them. With these main things that we're talking about Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anhu, we should know that everything happens the right way when we're following our hearts with full honesty and truthfulness. And one thing that Abu Bakr Siddiq that mainly taught us is that we should completely stay strong in our faith and to not let anything ruin that, no matter what obstacle comes in our way. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.